While Bitcoin is seeing a small correction, we are seeing the altcoins actually gaining a little bit of value against Bitcoin. And it's a tiny little bit of value, but that will be the topic of today's video. And I'm going to share with you one altcoin that is looking insanely bullish as well. But guys, let's start off with the Bitcoin dominance chart right here. For the ones that don't know, of course, whenever this chart goes down, more money goes to altcoins. Whenever this chart goes up, more money is concentrated in Bitcoin. And what we can see, and below we have basically the interest rate, the central bank interest rates. And what we can see is that the previous time that the interest rates were being cut, so when they declined, there was almost the exact moment where Bitcoin dominance peaked and where eventually a lot of liquidity went to the altcoins. And right now it looks like a similar setup because we have the interest rates coming down, which means that the market will be flooded with more liquidity. We have a rising wedge formation in the Bitcoin dominance already for quite a while, and it looks like that this could be the moment that the Bitcoin dominance finally is rolling over and is going to bring liquidity to altcoins. And the first altcoin, or actually the altcoin that I want to talk with you about in today's video, is this one. I think this chart is actually looking really good, and this is not the only chart. There are many altcoin charts that are actually looking very, very good, but let's just have a look at this chart. And this is DYDX. DYDX is a decentralized exchange. This is their native token, and it's one of the biggest decentralized exchanges out there. But if we look at this structure, we had a very nice rising channel right here. We actually have been trading this over on the channel very often, longing support and selling at the resistance. We did this without leverage, also on will alerts, buying at the support, selling at the resistance, and these were massive moves, guys. So for example, when we bought here at the support, we didn't bought exact low, but in this green band somewhere, we sell at the resistance. That's a profit of 160%. This one we also did basically right here, profit of over 100%. So you basically double your initial investment without that much risk, right? Because it's always important to see what's the true risk. And the risk is whenever this thing is breaking down, you will get out maybe with a 10%, 5% loss, right? But when it goes up, you can have a 100% gain. So the risk to reward is pretty good on this, on these trades in this beautiful structure. But what we are seeing right now is we have been bleeding very much against US dollars. We have a falling wedge formation right here. Looks like we broke this falling wedge to the upside, and right now retesting the resistance as support. If we have a look at the momentum indicators, we can see we actually have bullish divergences. And if we just look at the bottoming structure that's forming right here, we got a low, we get a lower low, and then we get a low at the same level at that previous lower low. So that's like a potential double bottom, right? So I would say there is quite a likelihood that this chart might be at the lows, and that we eventually from these levels are going to roll over and going to see higher levels in DYDX. I definitely think that's the case. Invalidation would of course be the break of these lows. But so far, this is definitely, the data is definitely backing up my idea. And this is the same as DYDX against Bitcoin. So we want these altcoins not only to outperform in US dollar terms, but we want them to outperform in Bitcoin too. And what we can see right here, it's a little bit different. But this is also forming like a rounding slowly, like these lows are very aggressive lower lows. And now it becomes more, they become closer to each other, let's say it like this. And if we have a look at the momentum indicator, also coming up right here after being quite a while at oversold conditions. This altcoin, no matter the way you see it, this altcoin is definitely oversold. That doesn't mean that there's a guarantee that this one goes up, definitely not. However, with trading, you're always looking for good risk to reward ratios, and if you are looking for certain altcoins, I personally scaled more into DYDX yesterday at these levels, because I just think I'm not even trading on that exchange, but just based on this chart, it really looks like this is oversold, and that both DYDX in US dollar terms and in Bitcoin terms can see higher levels. Then guys, let's go to the next one. This is Uniswap, and Uniswap is one of the DEX tokens. It's a decentralized exchange, of course, and it's actually leading the way. So when Bitcoin was dumping, the past couple of days, Uniswap actually went up with 20%. Maybe like let's go to the daily time frame, it's a bit better visible. But when Bitcoin was dumping, Uniswap actually went up. So this shows that there is some strength among decentralized exchange tokens. And we could also see that in my DEX token list right here, that GMX against Bitcoin also going up. These ones were basically all green yesterday. Right now they go a bit down, but they were actually showing a lot of strength. And I think Uniswap looks like it's leading the way, and maybe the decentralized exchange tokens will get some attention right now. So let's have a look at Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin, it's a bit confusing, I gotta say. I don't, of course, like you seen in my video yesterday, long term, I'm very, very bullish on Bitcoin. In the immediate short-term time frame, I'm gonna give you a couple of examples that we might see right here. But first of all, yesterday I was actually I wanted to long right here over on the Wheel Portal. I wanted to open a long position. I didn't do that right here. Because I doubt too much. I will explain why. But I think there are definitely some decent reasons to believe that we actually see the low right here, that we can come up. However, the data was not 100% backing that up, and that's also why I didn't take the risk. And we also have been trading this one already very successfully. We have been shorting this stop, we have been longing this, we have been shorting this stop, and I've been taking profits right here, actually a little bit down here. So far we have been trading the past couple of days and weeks, and actually more during this range, very profitable with Wheel Portal. Yesterday I just didn't get that perfect picture that I maybe look for, but we still had a good picture, and that's also why I was doubting, and I will explain you exactly why. So first of all, we have the halfway through the cycle. We are right now halfway through the 60-day cycle. The halfway is often the 30-day, and the 30-day cycle can give a low. So the 30-day cycle can give a low, and we can then continue the rest of the cycle. This correction looks like A, B, C correction. That is also pretty nice, I gotta say. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A, B, C, and this is then like in terms of Elliott wave, it looks like a nice structure. It could be this could be a retracement from this move to the upside. That's the positive thing. The other positive thing is we get a bounce at the support that I've been mentioning, the middle of this channel, with, if we go to the momentum indicators, with a higher low in the momentum indicator. That's exactly what I said in that video, that we make a higher low in the momentum indicator, lower low in the price, and that eventually results in a bullish divergence, and that gives us a little bit power to the upside. So that's all looking pretty decent. And let's have a look at the Wheel Portal data. So this was yesterday really looking decent. We didn't cross yet, so now we are crossing. We're getting a bullish cross. That's very nice. So actually now it looks better than when I looked yesterday to open a new long. So maybe it's not you have quite a good risk to reward ratio to open a long at these levels. Definitely, because there is a chance that the chance for now definitely is more likely for this to result higher, at least for the next coming days, than to go lower. The only thing that I didn't really like is the selling pressure that increased right here. But we can see that the sentiment is neutral, which means the sentiment is not that bullish. We have the momentum indicator coming up. We got a bullish divergence on the momentum waves with a bullish cross. All very, very good signs, to be honest. So what can we expect with Bitcoin? And that's what's now right now, like short-term time frame. I think over the next coming days ahead, I think it's more likely that we are going to bounce to the upside. I want to let Bitcoin surprise me a little bit in showing me what it wants to do. Maybe it wants to break out of this formation. I don't think right now we have the power to do that. Maybe we do something like this, where we just go up and then maybe come down again into that 60-day cycle low, and then we're gonna like slowly grind up and then eventually break out of this formation. Maybe we need a little bit more time, that we are going to spend a little bit more time in the upper part of this descending channel. So that for me personally would be the more likely scenario. As long as Bitcoin is trading above the middle of the channel, I think it's very bullish, actually, very good. It's showing a lot of strength in the Bitcoin price. If we lose the middle of the channel, of course, the chances are very much increasing that we could finish the bottom of the channel. So if we would do something like this, where we like bounce right now and then just do something like this, then the chance, and we've surpassed this low, then the chance of going to the lower 50k levels is definitely something that's on the table, and that's becoming more and more likely. So that could be an invalidation for all your trades, or maybe some altcoin plays that you do, or maybe longing Bitcoin. The moment we break below the middle of the channel, you just want to be careful. But right now we're not seeing that yet. Okay guys, that was it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, make sure don't forget to smash up the like button. Subscribe down below if you haven't. And yeah, I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful day, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video. Bye bye.